This is where I planted out most of my tomatoes, at least the first wave. We'll see how they go. I gotta rebuild beds. This is kind of a transition year. Kind of rebuilding a whole lot of the infrastructure that I had that kind of been here for about 10 years and kind of, built out of wood, so nothing lasts forever. But here's my tomato plant out. It's kind of a mess of little cages and such and so forth, but you can see all the little plants in there. In the back here, along the back edge, I have the indeterminates that are, the vine-based tomatoes. They're not in the cages, they're kind of behind the cages, and then eventually they'll grow up into this lattice system here. And then I have the determinate in front of that, so it looks kind of crowded, but if you really think about it, first of all, this is east this way, so the sun will come over this fence, and then pretty much from 11 to noon we'll start really heavy sun, and then into probably, I don't know, 3 to 4 o'clock depending on the time of the year. The sun's shifting right now. It's not the best sunny place, but as these indeterminate tomatoes grow up here, they'll get a lot of sun, so they'll get more sun in the later afternoon than the determinate tomatoes will, so they'll outgrow the determinants as far as where the leaf system is, and everything will kind of be like, right there in the middle, so to speak, where the indeterminate tomato leaf system will grow up there, and then the determinants will be kind of in front here. So should be a fairly efficient system, I guess, the best way to say it. So see how it goes. I overplant all the time. You'll notice even here I got 2 or 3 starts inside the same spot. Usually you thin it out, and I did do some thinning in the cells, but I like to wait a little while and then thin them in the ground, because once you put them in the ground, things change. You might mess up the root system a little bit while you're planting them, or the dirt might not be as good here versus there, and of course how you water them in and what have you. So I like to see what survives after the transplant, wait a week or two, and then cut them after that. So I'm kind of a little different in the regards. Most people like, just 1 per cell and blah blah blah, and well, I'd like to put 2 or 3 in the ground and then cut them back later after you pick the strongest one that has expanded its root system, and then quite honestly the dead roots will then feed that plant. So the dead roots of the plant you choose to kill, so to speak. So anyway, that's how I do it. We'll see you later.